hold on to your hats. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, get ready for race number 2. Lights are on your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lights out. It's going to be green, green, green here as well. Bob gets off the line, and you see Tudor's got off the line at the same time here. They're going to be running side by side. In behind that is going to be Hayden Gray. He's sitting in 3rd place. Then it's Johnson, Hayes, McIntosh, Turner, and Kirk. Bob and Gray have come together. Bob's gone. Bob's gone. Oh, poor old Bob. He got sent off the side of the circuit, and off he goes. That's allowed Tudor out in front. That's going to have Hayden Gray sitting in 2nd. Johnson in 3rd. Poor old Bob there, Tom. He just looks like he got pushed out of the way.
Yeah, he only almost took the marshal post with him when he went off sideways there. But we see Will Johnson down the inside of Hayden Gray for 2nd place. That's nicely done there by Johnson. Gray just needs to settle back into a rhythm after what's been a rocky start for his event. We just see Ryan Turner go off the circuit again. We've seen a lot of smoke coming through Gooseneck. So a rather more chaotic start to this one compared to race 1.
Yeah, McIntosh has managed to get himself up into 4 from the back end of the grid. That would have been an interesting one to get a look at his start coming into the left-hander now of the mountain. Through the left, through the right. This is where it just gets absolutely bonkers. Over this jump they're going to go here. Watch the air time they're going to get here from Chris McIntosh and everybody in front. Tudor's up, Johnson's up. Oh, it's fairly tame on that time around, Tom, but we've had some diving right up in the air like Ryan Turner did.
Yep. Just seen them going through the right-hander of Barn before the pit straight. They will see Tudor and Johnson almost side by side, but it looks like Tudor's held on for now. This is going to make for a really intriguing second race here. We'll see Justin Kirk and Chris McIntosh go into combat.
Yeah, side by side. McIntosh is going to have the inside line. Kirk's going to have the outside. There's contact. Oh my God! Wow! Johnson, Kirk, Tudor, I think they had coming together. Johnson had an incident. That's going to put Hayden Gray out in front with McIntosh, with Hayes in behind. But that had literally Tudor, Johnson and Kirk straight down the back end of the field.
Yeah, it makes McIntosh's race even easier now. And what he needs to do is just fend off Sam Hayes for the time being, which he does so. Hayes getting way out onto the grass there, going well off. And that's allowed Ryan Turner through. Tudor's gone through as well. And now he's having to fend off Will Johnson.
Johnson there getting up close and personal with Hayes at the moment through the left-hander of Mansfield. Now on the run to the mountain. Hayes tucked in at this moment in time. He's managed to hold on. There's Bob in pit lane. Poor Bob. Tudor's there, got it a little bit wrong. Turner's here. He's chasing down McIntosh at the moment. He's trying hard here. Oh, through the cap. This bit looks just defiantly difficult. Hard on the brakes through the right-hander of the hairpin. Now into the next right-hander of Barn, but it's all getting a little bit sort of spread at the moment. You can see the spread on your screen now. They all look a little bit closer together at the back end with Kirk and Johnson. Everybody else that fairly got about a half a second between them. Just drafted each other at the moment, Tom.
Yeah, Ryan Turner looks like he was completely off the ground when he was going through the Halls Bend. And he's done well to get up into 3rd place so far. McIntosh around about 2 seconds off Hayden Gray. Hayden Gray is doing not too bad of a job to maintain the gap.
It definitely is. He's got to just stay there. That's going to be the tricky part. 2.5 seconds for Gray. You can see now Tudor's just about to have Hayes have a go. Hayes is locked up. He's locked up. He's off the side of the circuit. No, he manages to hold on. Johnson's trying to go around the outside. Nothing doing there for Hayes either. He's not letting him through here. Johnson's going to have no chance. He tries to dive back up the inside, gets his nose chopped off there. McIntosh 2.6 away from Gray at the moment. Not really making a massive impact.
McIntosh coming through in 2nd place. Field seems to be spread out now, so it's not like we've seen any proper battles on circuit. So all heading up through the mountain once more, the most undulating part of the racetrack, and it's just through this slalom section of the Halls Bend. Johnson's gone back in front of Sam Hayes, and I think Hayes has had a spin.
Oh yeah, I do wonder if there was contact there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit harder to go back. Tudor and Turner going to be coming close together. McIntosh got that time down to 2 seconds, 35.8. Gray's best time, 35.1. McIntosh, 37.6 and 37.2 for these two on your screen now. 40.41, they're a long way back towards the back end, but they've all had their own little dramas. But at the moment, it's all down on this man. Is he going to be able to catch Ray in front of him?
Well, he's put a wheel on the grass on the exit of Charlie's, did McIntosh. That tells you how hard he is pushing at this stage. He knows that Hayden Gray's not going to be an easy driver to pass. He has got enough time to do this. He's got around about 7 laps at most and to get the job done on Hayden Gray, which I think in the nature of these races, it is a lot of time.
Yeah, 9 minutes on the clock here. McIntosh there with Turner, with Tudor, with Johnson. All tucked in, Kirk, Hayes, all there as well. These guys are looking now. McIntosh got it down to 1.9. Kirk and Johnson. Kirk still chasing down Johnson. Wow. Johnson run a little bit wide. Kirk just sweeps through there. One mistake from Johnson, and that was about as easy as overtake as Kirk's going to be doing this evening.
I would imagine so. Of course, over the course of the season for Justin Kirk, making up for that error at the first corner of Coppice, or in the run up towards Charlie's, and yeah, he's left himself with a lot of work to do. I mean, 5th may well be the best he can achieve in this race now.
We're going to find out here what is going to happen. Kirk's going to try and, is he going to get, it's about 4 seconds back from Tudor. Gray's had some dilemma. Oh no, yes, no. It's up, down and up on the time and tie. Still out in front though. There's McIntosh still in behind. Not quite sure what was going on there, but I thought all of a sudden he DNF'd and went down the order. But 8 minutes to go. He's opened the gap up. He's actually come out, Tom, down to 2.1. Well, was below 2 seconds. Now he's back out to 2.1. Hayden Gray managing the gap, do we think?
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, I mean, looking at the lap times he's doing compared to McIntosh. The last time he posted a 35.4, whereas McIntosh posted a 35.2. It's over a tenth faster did McIntosh on the last lap, but it feels like Gray is just about managing the gap, which is a fine effort by his standards.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job of 7.5 minutes on the clock here. Gray, McIntosh, Tudor and Turner have just swapped places. Tudor's gone past Turner at the moment here, and now he's going to be looking to try and close back up again. Here's Ryan Turner. He's got Kirk in the background. Kirk's looking to come forward as well, through the left, through the right, over the hill they go, and then it's going to be coming out the other side. How much air time are these guys going to get here? Is it going to be a full up in the air? Well, we're going to find out very, very shortly. Nothing from Tudor. Hayes gets free wheels off. Is he going to get it stopped? Oh, yes he is, Tom, but literally by not a lot of time.
And all of this is allowing Justin Kirk to close in behind, so Tudor and Turner better be on their toes from here on in. Kirk, as you can imagine, is going to be absolutely flying as they head over the line. 38.9 for Tudor, 41.8 for Ryan Turner. Kirk did a 36 dead.
Yeah, good job from Kirk. Now I'm going to try and make his way and see if he can get forward here. These two are going to continue to fight. It's going to lead that pink car into an opportunity here. 2.2 back out in front. 6 minutes on the clock. How is this one all going to go for all of these guys currently here as well? Tudor, Turner, Kirk. It's going to be a freeway fight coming into the final 6 minutes here. 1:35 lap time last time around for Hayden Gray. 1:35.3 for McIntosh. So Gray was 2 tenths quicker there. Oh, big sparks coming out of Tudor's machine there. Not quite sure. It looked like the front left bottomed out on him. As Turner goes right in behind him here as well. Not long left here. Now we've got this freak out fight. Turner's in that horrible position where he's got to look in front and look behind at the same time.
Yeah, Kirk will be fancying it now. He'll want to make sure that Turner leaves him room. Kirk nearly drops it through the mountain.
Yeah. Now going to try and close some of that gap back up again. Lost a little bit of time through the right, through the left, over the hill he goes. Kirk managing to hold on. Hayes getting a lot better landing than he did last time around. Tudor in there, 5.5 minutes on the clock. Turn around the final corner. Do we think, realistically, with 5 minutes to go, Hayden Gray's going to hold on?
Oh, I mean, he's been able to manage that gap for pretty much since the race had started. He did set a faster time last time around compared to McIntosh. So I'd probably say that Gray's got this one covered. We've seen Turner go too deep into Charlie's, and now he's got to watch out for Justin Kirk as they go through the park straight now. Kirk will go to the left, right. Oh, that's a little naughty from Turner. He changed more than one direction on that straight there. He needs to watch his weaving before they get to the braking zone.
Yeah. Oh, Karma says that's happened. Gone and overcooked it. He got a little kiss from Kirk just to make sure he was out of the way there. And unfortunately now for Turner, he's dropped down below the 3. But Gray at the moment still in first place, still managing that gap in that Oreo liveried machine through the right-hander. Still 2.2 seconds. No real improvements coming in here at all. And Hayden Gray doing an absolute stellar job of taking this one. Whoa!
That's too much.
Yeah.
That was way too much over the curb.
Wow. Gray putting that car up in 3 wheels here. If you've ever seen a Mini fly, you have now, because that was absolutely mighty from Hayden Gray. But he still extended the gap by 2 tenths.
That's extraordinary, because that looks like it was about to upset the momentum of Gray's car, but he went over the line 2 tenths faster compared to McIntosh.
Yeah. Insane. 35.5 and a 35.3. Man, that is bonkers from Hayden Gray. He got air time, he flew up in the air like an absolute rocket, landed the car basically on 3 wheels and still managed to extend time out here. Stellar run from Gray. Ryan Turner sitting in behind these guys at the moment here. There is Kirk, there is Tudor. These guys still having this 3-car fight going through the run of Park straight. Not very straight, there is a left-hander up here. Slight little kink before they go into the right-hander of Park. Kirk's crawling all over Tudor here. Tudor's hard on that defense, on board of the car behind Ryan Turner. Kirk's putting Tudor under pressure, but Tudor, you can just put your car in the middle of the circuit here, can't you?
Well, you could do, but he's wary of where Kirk's going to place his car. Should he maybe send one up the inside to attack? We're coming towards Mansfield now, and this is where Tudor needs to go defensive here. He shuts the door. Oh, he got tapped. He got a tap there from Justin Kirk, and Kirk gets tapped from Turner.
Wow. Turner just sent Kirk off into the underworld. Whoa. Well, that's a rejoin and a half.
No, he'll be annoyed with that, Justin Kirk. No question about that.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be aggrieved like crazy. Did you see him come back on the track? He must have come back on at like 100 mile an hour.
It looks like it, didn't it? Hayden Gray has started his penultimate lap, and the lap time he posted compared to McIntosh was nearly 3 tenths slower, but that's okay because the margin he's got at this moment in time is still 2 seconds.
Yeah, McIntosh ain't going to be able to pull 2.5 seconds or 2.1 seconds out going into the final lap here. So really for Hayden Gray, he's just got to keep it on the racetrack, make sure he can dunk them Oreos in milk after and enjoy it. Otherwise, he could be off into the grass here. Let's hope he isn't, because it would be absolutely stunning for him as well. I believe that's his first win of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct with that, because Chris McIntosh has won a race, Jack London has won a race, and McIntosh, I think, won the other race at Knockhill, didn't he?
Yeah, and Hewlett's taken loads of race wins, so, you know, Hayden Gray here is going to do a stellar job. 1 minute on the clock. I don't know if he'd have enough time to drag. Maybe he won't be able to drag this out. I think there's definitely going to be one more here. But let's see how Gray handles this section once more. After getting that Mini up on 3 wheels, how's he doing? Going to do it this time. Up again. Same scenario. Dive down on the front left there, Tom, that time. But still manages to hold on. Still keeps that 2 second gap.
Yeah, but he's able to maintain the margin over McIntosh. It's been a fair race from Gray. Remember, he started from the pit lane in race 1 and came through to what I believe was a 7th place finish. You'll see Justin Kirk back in the pit lane.
He's got damage, to be blatantly honest. Turner and Tudor have just had a little bit of a ding-dong. I think Turner almost waited for Tudor to get back on there. And for him, he's allowed him to go back out in front. He's going to resume that battle over the final lap. Turner and Tudor, your leader, is on his run down up into Park. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out, see where he'll be, and we'll pick him up as he goes over the line. But Ryan Turner, that almost looked like Turner allowed Tudor to come back through.
Well, it looks like it, didn't it? Well, Tudor's holding on for now. Turner's gone off way too deep.
Yeah, it could be game over, I think, for Turner there. Don't think he's going to be able to catch him. Gap up front, 1.6 seconds at the moment. Into Park these guys go. Final lap of the race. They're going to carry on their little scrap. But what's going on with McIntosh? What's going on with Gray? Gray's got 1.5 seconds. He's just got to make it through the next few corners here. Is he going to be able to lift that car off the line? Is he going to take it a little bit more easier? 1.3 seconds. I probably wouldn't take it like thoroughly too easy. Through the right-hander he goes. Nearly got that wrong. In fact, he did get it wrong. That's going to bring McIntosh within a second. Turner now, Gray now, he's got one more corner. He's going to take over the line. He's going to bring that Mini over the line. He's going to take the victory in race number 2. Hayden Gray did a great job. Chris McIntosh comes over in second. Dave Tudor's going to take third. I think Ryan Turner must have had more drama because he's now a good few seconds back with Sam Hayes just behind him. And at the moment, Tudor comes over the line, wraps up that podium. 1, 2, 3 here, and there's going to be Sam Hayes and Ryan Turner who's going to come over together pretty much. Second race, a bit anticlimactic compared to the first.
There was more in there, I thought, but it was nice to see Hayden Gray maintain the advantage until the end over Chris McIntosh. We weren't sure whether he would be able to do that, but thankfully he did. And I did mention about his pace in race number 1, didn't I?
You definitely did. But then kind of rubber banded and stayed at the back and got pole for race number 2. That's my philosophy, unless Hayden Gray tells me anything different. But we'll see.
Will Johnson go? Yeah, sorry. Would you see Will Johnson going over the line? Justin Kirk did rejoin the race, and he'll get over the line, albeit a lap down in P7.
Yeah, and then we've got good old Bob, still sat there. Not quite sure why Bob is still sat there, but yeah, interesting races there as well. Sum it up for us then, Tom.
It was a nice race, well, a nice couple of races around Cadwell Park. It would have been nice if we had a few more drivers, but we've got one more round to go at Anglesey next week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to bring that one to an end. Thanks, guys. Great to get the win in race 2. I hate it. You should be proud of yourself, buddy. Still think you rubber banded race number 1 and stayed at the back though to get up front row grid. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Let me know if that is true, Hayden, or if I'm just talking utter waffle here. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for tonight here from the 150 Mini Challenge Cup Round 5 at Cadwell Park. Join us for the final race of the season, where we have got a new championship leader in Chris McIntosh. Join us next week, same time, on the JBB YouTube channel. I've been James Parfitt. I've been alongside Tom Cairns. And as always, guys, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.